Hello guys, and welcome back to another video. Today we are going to be checking out the new version of tournament mode. So, for those who didn't notice, and if you haven't noticed, I wouldn't blame you because they didn't really announce it, but alongside the balance patch, they have also revamped the in-game tournament mode for cards. So, instead of there just being the single tournament, there is now 3 tournaments with different prices, different entry fees, and they run at different times. So the regular tournament, the Blitz tournament, is 150 gold or 20 diamonds to enter. It runs every Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday, Saturday from 0 to 1800 UTC, which are kind of unfortunate times for Europeans, but such is the way of things. So for 150 gold to enter, if you get 5th to 8th, so if you lose immediately, you get 75 gold back. So it's basically 75 to enter. And then 3rd or 4th, you get 100 and a pack. And this is just a regular pack. So, you know, you win one, you lose one. You're gaining 50 gold of value. So if you win a single game, you're up 50 gold of value. Of course, that is 50 gold of value if you wanted to buy a pack. And depending on where you are in your collection phase, a regular pack might just not be something that it is worth spending your gold on. If you get second, so if you win 2 games and then lose one, you get 125 gold in a pack, which is really not a lot. The step up from 3rd to 2nd is not a lot. And then, if we move this out of the way, the first place reward is 175 gold in a pack, which, again, if you look at the 150 gold to enter, that's 275 gold of value, so you're definitely coming out on top. You're coming out on top if you win a single game, but you no longer get the big officer pack. And, you know, do you want to spend it on a pack? Now, obviously, if you win, then you're going positive on gold and then also getting a pack. So if you win, yes, it's amazing. If you don't win, it's still fun to enter, but it might not actually be the most efficient way to spend your gold if you would rather be buying officer backs. But it's certainly an interesting thing. And then we have the Iron Man tournament, which you can see regular level event, supreme level event, and the Iron tournaments only run on Tuesdays and Sundays at the same time. And the entry fee for an Iron Man tournament is 300 gold or 40 diamonds, so it's double the entry cost of a Blitz tournament. And if you lose in the first round, you get absolutely nothing. You just lose 300 gold. And then if you win one, lose one, you get 150 gold. So you're still down. You just wasted 150 gold. If you win 2, you get 300 gold and an officer pack and a gold special. So if you win 2, you go from this one is wild. This is like the big one because you lose in the first round, you get nothing. You lose in the second round, you get 150 gold. So you're down 150 gold. If you lose in the third round, you're up a free officer pack and a gold special, which is insane, considering just for winning 2 games, you just get an officer pack and a gold special, and then and you can then immediately go again because you get your prize refunded. This isn't like before where you sort of go gold negative. If you're consistently winning 2 games in the Iron tournament, you can literally just go infinite and just farm officer packs. And then if you win the tournament, you get 450 gold, 2 officer packs, and 2 gold specials. And that's absolutely insane. Because then you don't actually need to be, like, the fact that if you win, you get well above the prize, it means you don't need to be getting to the finals every time, as long as you're winning in the finals, like, half the time. So yeah, the Iron Man tournament, or the Iron tournament, is absolutely crazy with the rewards, and that is what we are going to be playing here in a second. And you know what? I don't know how often these are going to run because obviously they're very high stakes, and they're intended to be a high stakes tournament, but they're very high stakes. So if you're consistently winning them all, I don't know how many other people are going to be playing. So really the only people who are going to be joining Iron tournaments, I would imagine, are sort of the Sharks. Like, obviously we saw with the Blitz tournaments that there was a wide variety of players on a wide variety of collections and skill level and decks, quality of decks. I feel like the Iron tournaments, now that there's multiple options, I feel like the Iron tournaments are going to be much more competitive than the old Blitz tournaments were. And then the Blitz tournaments is probably going to be about as competitive as the old Blitz tournaments were. And then what's really fun down here is we have the boot camp tournament that runs Mondays, Thursdays, and Fridays. And it doesn't show you in game if it's not available now what the rewards are, but I have the rewards here. Boot camp tournaments are 25 gold or 3 diamonds to enter, and you get nothing. You get 15 gold back if you lose immediately. So if you lose immediately, you're down 10 gold. If you win one, you get 15 gold and a limited wild card. So you're down 10 gold, but you have a limited wild card. If you win two, you get 20 gold and 2 limited wild cards. So you're still technically down 5 gold, but you now have 2 limited wild cards. And if you win the entire tournament, you get 25 gold back. So you just get your entry cost refunded, and then you get 3 limited wildcards. So the idea with the boot camp tournaments is that the prizes are absolutely terrible. So if you, not even just if you have a full collection, if you have all the limiteds in the game, there's no reason to play the boot camp tournament, and you'll get all the limiteds in the game, or at least all the limiteds you care about, very, 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 very quickly. So essentially, this tournament mode is for players who are new to the game, and it's a good way to sort of improve as a player, see what other people are playing, and get some limited wildcards. I do kind of wish that the type of wildcard you got was a bit more varied, or there was a way to convert types of wildcards into other types. Just because only getting limited wildcards, like, you know, if you play this game mode a lot, and this is where you put a lot of your gold, you're going to end up with all the limiteds and like 20% of the standards and like no specials or elites. And then your collection is really weird. But yeah, it's been said that this game mode is going to be iterated on. These numbers are going to be tested. You know, if nobody plays in one of them, they might be removed. If a lot of people play, maybe there'll be a fourth one added. This entire system is likely to change, and we saw that with the first Blitz tournament, and this was a very massive change from that. And obviously that went through a different change previously when they limited it to just the weekend to ensure that they run, and sort of lower the wait times to get people to all play at the same time. So yeah, give your feedback in the Kards forums, and yeah, the 1939 will be listening to you. I can't promise they're going to do what you say, but they're definitely listening to feedback on this, and this entire system is prone to change. But with all that being said, I think this is definitely a step up from the previous tournament system. I'm pretty excited about this, and we are going to be jumping into an Iron tournament, and hopefully it runs. So 300 gold. Is it gonna let me choose to spend 300 gold or diamonds? Because I have the gold and the diamonds. But we are going to be playing Britain Air to the tournament. Here we go. 300 gold. And I might have just missed one with all this talking because I am 1 out of 8. But we will cut to when this runs, hopefully.
What a performance there by J King.
J King, full plot armor.
J King is pushing himself into the ranks of the legend.
J King is our world champion.
J King 7.
What? The back-to-back Cards world champion.
Alrighty, we have our 8th player, and we are finally starting the tournament. So, hopefully this doesn't go too long, but game 1 we are up against Baron von Glower of King's Cup fame. And he's probably on Brit Air. Britain. I know he was playing Brit Air earlier. He could have switched off to any number of weird combo decks, but I'm going to keep the Spitfire. I really want to keep Air Superiority. It's a very good card to keep if I get a 1-drop, but I don't have one already. I'm fine drawing into it, but I don't draw on turn 1 because I'm going second. So, yeah, I think I'm going to full mulligan. With 4 Sea Embargoes in the deck, there's an... okay. Um... Hmm. If I do Type 94, I can just Swordfish Monty hit into a Swordfish. Obviously, it gets punished by Gladiator. He could just, like, have an Air Superiority. I think I'm going to do this. Alright, so we have Swordfish. And we have the Monty. Probably not going to play it next turn. He's almost certainly Britain, Japan, Air, so there's a high chance of this. Okay, Britain, Soviet Air. Interesting. Cast, great draw. Alright, and the sickles actually help out, because this matchup can pretty easily turn into a burn matchup. Not like quite like a full burn matchup, because obviously you need board control, but often you can turn a little bit of board control into a lot of burn damage very quickly. Alright, duty bound, trade that off. 3-2 Swordfish. Oh, please don't have second claim this, guys. Okay, that's fine. It's hard to not play Swordfish in this situation. There's a decent chance he kills my Gladiator, but that's fine. I can just Monty and go face. Alright, Sea Embargo. And I'll move this over here so you can see his credit count now. So we could have number 9 Commando. He has his own Monty. Well, that lets us get Convoy out. Well, I suppose I should start with Monty, because this is the one I'm certain I'm playing. Alrighty, double Sea Embargo cast. Oh, the Wrath Lightning. That's really annoying. Kitty Hawk for the cheaper burn face, and the fighter body or Barracuda for the pin and damage into one of his units. Probably the Barracuda, to be completely honest with you. Hopefully he does not have number 9 Commando Sickle. That would quite ruin my day. Or cast Patriotic Firestorm. Well, Sickle first, so that's a thing. Sickle into top deck number 9 Commander. Slightly different order. If he just double trades, we can HMS cast. Well, of course. And of course. Alright, so it's looking a lot like we're about to lose our first tournament and get absolutely nothing. But that's what happens when you get hit by double claim this guy's Wrath. So this is coming out for sure. This is coming out for sure. Like, I could cast this. I just don't really see... Like, it keeps this alive, but, like, the odds he can deal 1 damage in his hand, or give a +1/+1 buff in his hand, very high. Didn't cast before pushing. Hmm. Is our play really HMS Illustrious cast, double hit Chaika, hit here? I have 1 credit. Hit here first. I can draw Airsup. Airsup would be a great draw. I could draw second cast. That would be an alright draw. Barracuda's an alright draw. Or not Barracuda, Shark. Let's just sack it. Third claim this guy's. Alright. Alright, well. Shark. Sure. Hmm. Ooh. I could pick Shark and play it next turn, and then just like float a credit here, or I could pick Gladiator, play it immediately. I could also play Shark and pick Shark, play Kitty Hawk, then I'm not pushing. I think picking Shark's happening. Maybe he doesn't have another cast. And I don't know what 4 cards would be in his hand, to be completely fair. But maybe he doesn't have 4th second cast. It's also possible I'm, like, dead here. Cast, Patriotic Firestorm. Okay, that's a very good draw. That's very bad for me. Hmm. Now, this has to go face. The question is, do we trade off Type 94? Do we C embargo on the Type 94 to get the value trade? Obviously, we lose the unit. I guess we start with this. See what we get. Alright, well, we have a block for any Blitz bombers. And he's played all 3 Claim This guys, so there's no easy way for him to get rid of this Kitty Hawk. He's also played both number 9 commandos. So he has to kill this Kitty Hawk the old-fashioned way, or he can just pin it, I guess. Second Chaika. Yep. What's in his hand, though? Because it's not Cass. It's not Sea Embargo. It's not Convoy. Oh, it's just like double Swordfish or something. Fair enough. Great draw. And we can kill Skua. And then pin Chaika after playing this. Fantastic draw. We can also do a 3 damage Shark, cast, trade out here, trade out the Chika, hit. He's left with a Chika and a Swordfish. That seems better. Alright, he needs Convoy this turn. Or, like, top deck Spitfire, obviously, Swordfish. Cast, not a bad draw. Ooh. Okay, well, let's take out the venom of his position. I can't believe we turned this game around. Obviously, you could like top deck Convoy into Spitfire. Sickle number 3. Cast top deck is lethal. If you can't affect the board. Is it Patriotic Firestorm? Perhaps. Maybe HMS Illustrious. He doesn't want to triple trade into Kitty Hawk. Oh. Oh. Oh, we're simply the better player. Do I want to play Air Sup to push 3 damage? I actually don't think so. Because what, we bring him to 9, and then... I guess we have Wellington in deck. He passes. And we top deck Duty Bound. I guess if I'd pushed 3 damage last turn, we would have won. But... whatever. Sea Embargo my unit, so he gets the card. What's the other card in his hand? Shark. And Cass. Better player. Simply the better player. You know what? Okay, so we're just waiting on one other match. And we won our first game, so we don't lose everything. We are on to round 2. I think it was like, like 150 gold, I want to say, for if you lose in the semifinals. And yeah, they've had some nice quality of life changes. You can see the leaderboard from this screen. I don't think you used to be able to do that. You can also hit back here, and it will give you this waiting for tournament thing that you can actually drag around your screen. I don't know if that's intentional or not, but it's kind of funny. And yeah, you can go to like your collection and shop and whatnot. You presumably can't edit your tournament deck, but I'm a little terrified to try. But yeah, we're just gonna skip ahead to when the next game ends. Alrighty. Their match finished. And we are on to the semifinals. Against Japan, probably J-Gro. Can't really think of much else Japan has been doing this expansion. Like, maybe... You know, maybe it's, like, Smokescreen. I've seen a lot of people play Smokescreen. 3-card keep. HMS Illustrious is, like, not a bad card to keep against Japan, to be completely honest. So, and we have the 1-drops. Recon on 1. I'll start with Swordfish. If he 35 Ts, we can duty bound trade it out. If he like pushes any expansions, we can duty bound trade it out. Push and this guy. I'm almost tempted to duty bound and kill the 58th, just because this card is so much more scary. than the recon. And like if he like raiding brigades this, I guess he can't push if he raiding brigades it, but I'm just gonna get rid of this guy. I mean, 1 credit for 1 damage is probably not gonna mean a lot. Buzz bomb. So we need to end this game quickly. I don't know how much burn this guy's gonna be running. Okay, let's get down Gladiator. Let's trade this out. The question is second Gladiator or Recon. And I'm leaning towards Recon. I don't want too many... The problem with double Gladiators is because those things aren't leaving my support line until he kills them, and I don't know if he's going to kill them. And I want to keep room for HMS Illustrious. So you're going to have, like, infantry and 35T. Desperate measures. Alrighty. Well, if that's his entire turn, this makes a very easy HMS Illustrious. And then hopefully he does not have, on the ascent. There's at times where you just gotta pray they don't have on the ascent. 22nd Infantry 35T. We can clear out board for 3 credits. Oh. Beautiful. Would I rather a 3-3 or a 3-5? Bombing rate is gone, so I think I'd rather the 3-3. Because if he, like, you know, plays Sendai or commit the reserves or make the correct trade here. And we're going to double push. Now that Desperate Measures is gone, he probably doesn't have any more AoEs. Yep, Sendai. And Cav trade out. Read him like a book. Alright. Well. It's difficult to imagine losing from this situation. I guess he can, like, trade on the ascent, but if he on the ascent, he loses Sendai. And we're still left with 2 bombers. Okay, if that's his turn. This is a great draw. I think we're just going to leave that there for now. Because actually it annoys him more than it annoys me. Because basically this Sendai being on board now makes it impossible for him to on the ascent. Because even if he has a way to kill it, it gives me a 1 attack guy. While he's dead on board. Is this going to be some kind of countermeasure? No, it is not. Alright, we got him. We're in the finals. We're getting that officer back. We're getting that, that value. And now we're probably going to have to wait a little bit to see if we're playing Coin Guy or WWW. So let's cut ahead to that. Alrighty. We have our final boss, Coin Guy. Of course it would be Coin Guy. He is on Brit Japan Air, but without duty bounds. Alright, well, going second. That's fine. We have a 1-drop. I'm kind of tempted to keep Aichi. I feel like it's just going to be a really good card in the matchup. Okay, double Aichi. We might just, like, snowball off double Aichi if he doesn't, like, completely destroy me. With, air subs and whatnot. I mean, he's probably just gonna, like, make a 2-5, and then my turn's kind of awkward. Cass. I'm kind of tempted to just, like, shark him. Problem is I can't cast trade back, because then he just gets the kill. My turn 3 is, like, certainly going to be Aichi, though. So sharking doesn't really do anything. like, Shark is very similar to just attacking. I'm gonna keep it for the cast. Like, maybe I do Aichi on 3, and then on 4 I do Shark, cast, attack with Aichi. Okay, well, him floating 2 makes me feel a lot better about floating 1. What else? Oh, is he gonna have, like, Spitfire? That'd be a very annoying time to have Spitfire. He's gonna air sup the Aichi. Fair enough. Well, 2 can play at that game. Does he run Wrath? I don't think he runs Wrath. Okay, Gladiator, Aichi, second cast. That's really annoying. We can take out... Do we have the credits to take out his board? No. So yeah, we'll just go for the 3-unit cast. Question is, do we hit face or not? I don't think so. There's a high likelihood of this thing dying. Okay, sincerely yours. Perfectly fine. I don't care about his health total at the moment, so him spending 1 extra credit to draw cards is actually good for me. Obviously, it would be better if he just didn't have any card draw, but you kind of expect Brit Air to have card draw. As you can see from my hand. I'm almost tempted to, like, Kitty Hawk face trade Honor Bound, or Duty Bound face. Like, don't even play the draw this turn. The issue is he might have wave after wave. We'll actually buff the Kitty Hawk just to... Well, I guess, like, most likely it's more likely he has Sea Embargo. But it's also gonna, you know, keep it alive through something like a Wellington. Can't air sup it to get rid of the fighter. My worry is he just, like, air sups Aichi wave after wave to full clear the board. That'd obviously be worst case scenario. We can just, like, draw 4 cards then. That's bad. Okay, cast number 3, trade. I can cast double trade, and he just doesn't have Spitfire anymore. I think we just play our own Spitfire. He gets the free kill on the Shark. I don't think I can come back from giving him 8 credits on an empty board. And he doesn't have, like, Claim the Skies or anything, so there's not, like, a crazy tempo way for him to clear this. HMS Illustrious. Oh, number 9 Commando. That's very bad. Is he seriously gonna have 4th cast? Okay. Good draw. Hmm. All right. Maybe Shark was better there. Sort of panic picked Barracuda because we were running out of time. As long as he like doesn't have Convoy this turn, I think we're in a fine spot. With Wellington cast Barracuda, we should eventually be able to get through this. Yeah, Shark was definitely better there because I can't just pin this Sonia. That's wild. Okay, so this is obviously coming out. The question is, what do I want to buff with Cass? Barracuda's hitting this, and this is getting hit by Cass, so I can make that trade. I guess I want Barracuda buffed. Maybe I should have gone Albacore into Spitfire while I can. Set up a Wellington trade, even if you like wave after waves. Oh, that's bad. That's very bad. Should have traded. Oh, it gets worse. Well, I guess wave after wave would have been worse, but... Okay. The Barracuda kind of worked itself out. I feel like him hitting that is setting up wave after wave. So we're not going to play any units or buff cards. What? Okay, that was kind of bizarre. I can clear, actually. Well, not clear, but I can get rid of Spitfire is what I mean. Well, just pick another Barracuda, I guess. I think that might be my fourth cast as well. Certainly at least the third cast. This should make wave after wave a little harder for him to pull off. I would love to draw a fighter at some point this game. Like I did have with that Spitfire, but... He also runs Research, which is very scary, because you can just make this into an 8-8. Obviously an 8-8 bomber is much less terrifying than an 8-8 fighter, but... Okay, we can full clear the board. We can no longer full clear the board. Oh, sweet gladiator. Am I playing Steambargo on Gladiator? Probably. Pick the fighter. Clear the board as best as I can. Obviously, you can still wave. It's kind of difficult for him to wave. I mean, I guess Sea Embargo, and then he can wave, and then he can still hit Gladiator without losing his guy. Swordfish, that's a very good card for him to have. Sonia, very good card for him to have. Shark, that's fine. Shark's perfectly fine. It's just very good for him to have bad bombers, because it means he does not have convoy. So Shark has to hit face, and it is definitely coming out this turn. And obviously Sonia's dying. And then let's just kill the higher health unit. He can convoy into wave, but he can't really do anything after convoy into wave. He has 2 convoy left and research. Gladiator draw. Alright, we're at the point where we can kill Aichi. Pick the pin. He's played Monty. I think we're just gonna get this out. Gonna do this just in case he top decks wave naturally. This is guaranteed lethal if he top decks wave. Whereas the other way he could wave and trade out. Like, I'm probably still gonna win in that situation. Like 90% of the time. But I feel like this hedges our bets a little more. I mean, the most likely outcome this turn is that he's dead. And we got him! Alright, won our first Iron Tournament. A few lucky games in there. But, you know me. I get the luck where it matters. Not World Champs, but, Iron Man tournaments beating Baron and Coin Guy. First place, 450 gold. 2 gold for surrender. Is it guaranteed to be a pair? Or did I just, like, get... I mean, lucky's kind of a weird word to use because I don't really care about gold for surrender particularly, but look at that. It counts for... Does it count for 3? This seems bugged. This is my first tournament of the month. I don't know if it counts for 3 points because it's like a big tournament, or if it's bugged because it's like you won 3 games. Either way, that is the new Blitz tournament, or that's what Blitz tournaments have turned into. It's an Iron Tournament, not a Blitz tournament. But yeah, all the tournaments, the new tournament modes, they're pretty cool. Check them out. Keep track of what days they run on, so you don't miss out. But with all of that being said, thank you very much for watching, and I will catch all of y'all in the next one.